The genetic blueprint of animal life, understanding heredity and breeding strategies in the intricate world of livestock management and conservation biology. Animal genetics stands as the cornerstone of progress. This field explores how traits are passed from one generation to another through hereditary mechanisms. From selective breeding programs that enhance productivity to genomic research unlocking disease-resistance secrets, understanding animal genetics is essential for modern agricultural practices and wildlife preservation efforts alike. The fundamentals of inheritance in animals. Animal genetics begins with an understanding of DNA structure and function. Deoxyribonucleic acid, DNA, contains genes that determine various characteristics such as coat color, growth rate, and milk production. Genes exist in pairs within each cell's nucleus, inherited one copy from each parent. These genetic instructions dictate not only physical features but also metabolic processes crucial for survival. Chromosomes serve as carriers for these genes, with complex arrangements determining trait expression patterns across generations. The study of these molecular interactions forms the basis of modern genetic research. Dominant versus recessive traits. Some alleles exert stronger influence than others, dictating visible phenotypes even when present in single copies. Polygenic inheritance. Many economically important traits result from combined effects of multiple genes working together rather than simple Mendelian inheritance models. The discovery of epigenetic modifications has expanded our understanding beyond traditional genetic determinism. Environmental factors can alter gene expression without changing underlying DNA sequences. Molecular tools revolutionizing livestock genetics. Advancements in biotechnology have provided powerful tools for analyzing and manipulating animal genomes. Techniques like polymerase chain reaction, PCR, enable precise identification of specific genetic markers linked to desired traits. High-throughput sequencing technologies allow researchers to map entire genomes rapidly, identifying mutations associated with both beneficial and harmful characteristics in domesticated animals. This molecular insight enables targeted selection strategies, reducing unwanted variability while increasing desirable attributes such as feed efficiency and meat quality. Genomic selection in modern cattle production. Cattle breeders now utilize genomic testing to predict performance potential early in an animal's life cycle. By examining thousands of SNPs, single nucleotide polymorphisms, they can estimate breeding values with remarkable accuracy. Australian beef producers report up to 30% improvement in carcass weight prediction using genomic data compared to conventional methods relying solely on pedigree information. These advancements contribute significantly to sustainability goals by optimizing resource use and minimizing environmental impact through improved genetic efficiencies. Breeding programs and trait optimization. Selective breeding remains a fundamental strategy in improving livestock populations. Careful selection based on observable traits has historically led to substantial improvements in dairy yields and poultry productivity. Modern approaches integrate quantitative trait locus (QTL) mapping with marker-assisted selection techniques to accelerate genetic gains. This allows breeders to target specific genes responsible for key economic traits. However, careful balance must be maintained between selecting for productivity and preserving genetic diversity necessary for long-term population health and adaptability. Artificial insemination and embryo transfer technologies further expand breeding possibilities by enabling the dissemination of superior genetics across geographical barriers. Ethical considerations in animal genetics. The rapid advancement of genetic technologies raises significant ethical questions regarding animal welfare and biodiversity conservation. Manipulating reproductive capabilities through artificial means requires careful oversight. Genetically modified organisms, GMOs, designed for enhanced productivity may pose unforeseen risks to ecosystems when introduced outside controlled environments. Rigorous risk assessments become essential before implementation. Balancing commercial interests against animal well-being necessitates transparent communication with stakeholders involved in food production systems. Regulatory frameworks must evolve alongside technological innovations to ensure responsible application of genetic modification techniques in agriculture. Traits and characteristics influenced by animal genetics. Animal genetics influences a wide range of physiological and behavioral traits critical to agricultural success. From basic morphology to complex immune responses, genetic factors shape every aspect of an organism's development. Lactation capacity in dairy cattle results from coordinated action of multiple genes affecting mammary gland development and hormone regulation pathways. Feed conversion efficiency varies among individuals due to differences in digestive enzyme activity levels determined by their genetic makeup. Resistance to infectious diseases often correlates with specific gene variants conferring protection against pathogens commonly encountered in farming environments. Wildlife conservation. Through genetic management, conservationists apply principles of animal genetics to protect endangered species facing extinction threats. Genetic diversity monitoring helps identify populations at risk of inbreeding depression. Reintroduction programs benefit from prior knowledge of genetic relationships among captive-bred individuals, ensuring appropriate mate pairings that maximize heterozygosity. Assisted reproduction techniques offer new hope for species with low fertility rates, providing alternatives to natural mating behaviors lost over time. Population viability analysis incorporates genetic parameters to model future survival probabilities under different management scenarios. The future landscape of animal genetics research. Ongoing research continues to uncover novel applications of genetic science in both domestic and wild animal populations. CRISPR-Cas9 technology promises unprecedented precision in genome editing endeavors. Epitranscriptomics studies reveal additional layers of complexity in gene regulation, expanding our comprehension of developmental processes influenced by environmental cues. Synthetic biology approaches aim to engineer entirely new biological functions, potentially revolutionizing areas such as disease prevention and climate adaptation strategies. As computational power increases, predictive modeling of genetic outcomes becomes increasingly accurate, guiding future breeding decisions with greater confidence. Practical applications for farmers and breeders. Farmers can leverage genetic information to make informed decisions about herd composition and replacement strategies. Genotyping services provide affordable access to individual animal profiles. Data analytics platforms help interpret genetic test results, highlighting which traits align best with farm-specific objectives and market demands. Veterinarians play a vital role in integrating genetic screening into routine healthcare protocols, identifying potential health issues early in an animal's lifespan. Collaborative networks among industry professionals facilitate sharing of best practices related to genetic management across different production systems worldwide. Conclusion: understanding the fundamentals of animal genetics empowers farmers, scientists, and conservationists to make better informed decisions impacting global food security and ecological stability. By embracing innovative technologies responsibly while maintaining respect for natural evolutionary processes, we can cultivate sustainable solutions addressing current challenges faced by agricultural communities globally.